Hi all, I'm Olly, this is Simply Stitchy, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this quilt top using a jelly roll. For those of you who are new to quilting, a jelly roll is one of these. It's actually a roll of fabric strips measuring 2.5 inches wide by the width of the fabric, which in the case of quilting is usually around about 42 inches or 45 inches wide, and you get a selection of different colours in any particular range of fabrics, and when you turn it on the side it looks like a jelly roll, or where I come from they'd call it a jam roll or a Swiss roll. I'm starting to think about cakes now. Originally this video was supposed to go live before Halloween because obviously it's a Halloween themed jelly roll. This one's called Too Cute to Spook, and I actually got it from Missouri Star Quilt Company. I'll pop a link in the description box for you. But because I've been having one of those years, the summer didn't end great for me, to be honest. If regular viewers of my channel will know that I actually lost 2 cats this year, which threw me for more than a little bit of a loop. So by the time I actually got around to editing this video, I'd managed to lose the footage from the start. So what I'm going to have to do is refilm the start of the quilt using a different jelly roll for you. This jelly roll is the Century Rainbow by Andover Fabrics. It's also available from Missouri Star Quilt Company. You can probably get it from other places as well, but I'll pop the link in the description box for you. The quilt that we're going to be making is actually called the Jelly Roll Race Quilt, and it's relatively simple, it's straightforward, it's a great quilt for beginners, and they call it the Jelly Roll Race Quilt because what quilters were doing at quilting groups was they were seeing who could sew one of these quilts together the fastest, hence race. To start with, what you need to do is the toughest bit, particularly if it's an extra cute jelly roll, and that's to open the roll. And if you just take the elastic band off, you'll see that it'll all fall apart into strips. When you unroll your jelly roll, you'll find that the strips are actually in order of colours. So you've got all the blues together, all the greens, the yellows, the oranges, the pinks and the purples. Now you can either sew them all together in the order that they come on the roll, or you can mix it up a bit. It is entirely up to you. The key feature with a jelly roll race quilt is you're literally sewing all the strips of the jelly roll together, so you've got one long line. Now each of these strips will have a little area on each end known as the selvage. You can see it on these ends because it's the bit that's plain, there's no pattern on it. Now what you can do if you want to is you can go through and chop those off both ends of all your strips before you start sewing them together. I find that a little bit time consuming, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line these 2 pieces of fabric up so that those self edges stay out of the way, and then I'll chop them off when the strips are all sewn together. I'll show you what I mean. Strip number 1, face up. Strip number 2, face down. And I'm going to line it up with the side of that selvage. So there's about half an inch sticking out the side, and the same on the top. Okay, next thing to do is you just clip it all together. And then what we want to do, oh it's creased up a little bit there, that's it, is sew from here, this corner there, all the way down to this one in the corner. Or in the opposite corner I should say. strips in one long line. You've sewn them all together. What you need to do is go back to the start and chop off the first 6 to 8 inches of your strip. The reason why you want to do that is the same reason as in a brick wall. You know how all the lines are staggered because it makes a stronger wall. Well, in the case of this quilt, by staggering your seams, it gives you more of a pleasing aesthetic to the quilt top. The next thing that you want to do is grab both ends of your incredibly long strip of fabric and right sides together, pull them together like that, and then straighten out the strip. When you've done that, you should have a long strip with a folded end. And what you want to do is, using your clips, just clip one edge together. And what we're going to do next is, from the fold, you always start at the fold and work down, and then that way any excess fabric at the bottom you can just chop off and trim off so that it's level. We're going to start at the fold and sew one side together. And that's how you make an easy quilt top using nothing but a jelly roll. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And why not check out some of the other videos that I've got on my channel using either these links that'll be coming up any minute now, or the ones that I'll pop in the description box for you. And why not subscribe to the channel? That way YouTube can let you know when I upload another video, especially if you click that little bell that's down there just above the description box. Whatever video you go and check out next, I hope to see you back here for the next one. And in the meantime, whatever you're sewing it with, embrace your creativity and have fun. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.